Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So today Retrobit has announced a collaboration, a partnership, if you will, with Sega. Pretty exciting news. This could evolve into a lot of crazy stuff, and there's a lot of speculation going on already. But what does this entail? Well, obviously from these three systems behind me, it involves them: the Sega Genesis, the Dreamcast, and the Sega Saturn. So what are they going to be doing? If you know Retrobit has released clone consoles for the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis. They've introduced HD versions of those. They've also been known for their plug-and-plays as of late. So they've done the Retrobit Generations, which honestly, not a lot of people dug. And then they just released the Super retro-cade, which I've been enjoying immensely. A lot of people have. It is a great system. If you have not checked it out, I do have some videos on it. It is really, really cool in my opinion. They've also been known for doing controllers, legacy controllers, dual-purpose controllers, controllers with original console inputs, and the USBs, so they can be played on PC or on the Super Nintendo or Nintendo, that kind of thing. Pretty neat stuff. Hit and miss with some things. Some people don't like the quality. Every controller I have had from Retrobit, has not felt like an original controller, but has been some of the best third-party legacy controllers I have ever used. I love the NES dog bones that Retrobit put out. Really great quality. So with this, what they're going to be doing is, initially, they're going to be introducing some controllers for these systems. And they're also going to be introducing them with some modern, takes on them as well. So they're going to have original console inputs, Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, Saturn, port, to play in those ports on those original systems. They're also going to be doing some USB stuff and Bluetooth. So the word on the street is that they'll be doing Bluetooth versions of these controllers with dongles for these systems that plug directly into the original system's controller ports, and then you have a Bluetooth controller. That'll be pretty sweet, because I have not seen Bluetooth controllers for the Dreamcast or the Sega Saturn. And if they do exist, it's mostly, modders and hackers, people who like to, tinker with stuff that are making them. I have not seen any widely available controllers that are Bluetooth for these systems. I don't personally need controllers for these systems. I do love the Dreamcast and Sega Saturn, but if they put out these controllers and they are up to Sega standards, like they say they're supposed to be, they're branded Sega, they're just like the original controllers, just straight legit, I'll definitely be in the market to grab some to have some backups. My Dreamcast, I actually only have one controller, so hey, I'd definitely be down to buy another one. And if Retrobit has a perfect Dreamcast controller with the Sega logo, everything is legit, yeah, I'll grab one. If they have Bluetooth controllers for the Saturn, boom, I'm down. Now, what could this turn into, though? With, the knowledge and the past products that Retrobit has sold, who knows? This could really evolve into something if this collaboration is successful. So what they're going to be doing with these controllers is they're going to be unveiling them at CES 2018. So CES is going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada, January 9th through the 12th, I believe. So it's only a couple weeks away. So they're going to unveil these first, accessories that they're doing. This is initially what the collaboration and agreement is for accessories. But what could this become? A lot of people are speculating, with, retro gaming just booming now. Everybody's into it, and a lot of these companies are seeing that and are jumping on that bandwagon. Make that money while you can, for sure. Nintendo's doing it. Retrobit's been doing it. Hyperkin, all these companies who are making clone systems or plug-and-plays are really hitting that mark for that itch that retro gamers are having to jump back into their childhood and that nostalgia they have. So people are already speculating this could turn into something where Retrobit does, a Sega Dreamcast Mini. Who wouldn't buy that? Seriously, I would be down. If they did a Dreamcast Mini, man, I'll pre-order one the second it's announced. If it's crazy price, then maybe not. But who knows? What I'm really more excited about is the prospect not necessarily of a mini plug and play of any of these systems necessarily, but the possibility of having like a Sega Genesis clone system HD that is backed 100% by Sega. Not this at-games flashback crap that's out there, which kind of scares me a little bit, because Sega will license things and make collaborations and agreements with companies and then just not care what they do. I'm really hoping that's not the case with Retro-Bit. If this turns into something big, which it definitely could, I really hope Sega takes it seriously and definitely inspects what they expect. Bam! If you're going to do a Genesis, clone system, we have to make sure it's legit. We need to sign off on it. Make it look just like the Sega Genesis, 100% compatibility, no emulation, everything's perfect. That would be sick. Do the same thing with these other systems, but that might be a little more difficult and expensive to do. I definitely could see the Genesis that happening. Now, my other thing that I'm speculating and I think may happen is, take a look. Retro-Bit they're releasing legacy cartridges. They've announced previously they were doing them for the Game Boy and whatnot, but nothing ever happened. But they're coming out with 3 Super Nintendo cartridges and 1 NES cartridge. Now, they're pretty cool games that are going to be on there, but these cartridges are not licensed by Nintendo. What could happen here? They're already making cartridges. What if they start making cartridges for Sega that are 100% Sega, branded? They're officially licensed by Sega. The quality is 100% Sega. That would be awesome. What also they could do is start producing games for the Dreamcast and the Saturn. Re-release games. Man, collectors would go crazy. They would... Honestly, I think a lot of collectors would be pissed if Retro-Bit did that with Sega, because then you're going to saturate the market with some expensive games, possibly, maybe not, but games that that fetch a ton of money, especially on the Saturn, that fetch a ton of money, and then they're Sega games, and then Retro-Bit is reproducing them and selling them officially licensed by Sega. That would be crazy. I think it would be welcome, though, for a lot of us who don't collect for value's sake, who just collect games that we want to play. I think that would be amazing. Who knows if they'll do it? That's just all speculation, but a lot of people are wondering, what will this turn into? What will this evolve into? I'm super excited to see these controllers, but I'm more excited to see what this agreement can possibly evolve into. The mini clone, classic plug-and-plays, clone systems of the Sega Genesis. I don't really see them doing clones of the disc-based systems, but definitely of the Sega Genesis. And could it possibly turn into even more, going back to the Master System, maybe doing something with the Game Gear? Man, give us the consoleized Game Gear. I don't care what people say that it's just a portable Master System. I don't care. I love the Game Gear. The cartridges aren't too expensive to get. Give us a console version of the Game Gear that we could play our original Game Gear carts on. That would be cool. So definitely the possibilities are endless. It's just all up to speculation. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Retro-Bit? What do you think of the possibility of what this could turn into? Because I definitely see it turning into something more than just controllers. Really, it's going to have to. If these companies want to make this money, they're not going to make it just off of controllers. Seriously. Most of us prefer first-party originals. Now, if these are all signed off by Sega, that could be a little different. But that's not what everybody's going to want. So let's just wait and see. What do you guys think? Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Got a lot of giveaways going on. Some Patreon stuff. My 10,000 subscriber giveaway we're going to be doing pretty soon. So if you have not jumped on that video, go ahead and jump on there and enter. Boom. A lot of cool prizes. So with that said, guys, I will catch y'all next time. Faux show. Peace out.